So today what we want to talk about is the binomial theorem. Okay, what the heck is the binomial theorem? Well, let's start with Pascal's triangle. So anything that is two terms, some a plus b to the n, can be simplified by using Pascal's triangle. Okay, so Pascal's triangle is just made by putting the ones, and then you start adding. 1 plus 1 is 2. You add 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, and just keep adding. 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, and just keep adding to make the next row, and keep adding the two terms above. Okay, so we made that in our reading. And so how does it help us? Well, it helps us with binomial expansion. Now we're going to see that in example 5 and example 6. So let's take a look first of all at example 1. Example 1 should be easy, right? I'm hoping it's easy. We're just going to FOIL. 2x times 4x, right? 8x squared. Garrett, you paying attention? There you go. 2x times negative 5, negative 10x. 3 times 4x, a positive 12x. 3 times negative 5 is a negative 15, right? Now, of course, when you're done multiplying, we want to combine like terms. These two are like terms. A negative 10x, a positive 12x makes it 2x. We're going to write our answer as 8x squared plus 2x minus 15. Okay, and we've done this before. We learned this in Algebra 1. This is not hard. This is easy, right? Piece of cake, right? And even example 2 is still pretty easy. Example 2 is like an Algebra 1 thing. So we're going to distribute, add exponents. We're going to add exponents, okay? 8 x to the 3 y to the 5th plus 20 x squared y to the 6th plus 12 x to the 3rd y to the 3rd. Okay, and that's it. You cannot add them because none of them are alike. They have to be the same to add them, so that's our answer. Okay. Not hard. This is stuff we've learned before. Example 3, it just gets a little bit bigger, but not too bad. When I multiply, though, I'm going to do what I call it. You don't call it really FOIL. It's really a double distribute. So I'm going to distribute, and then I'll do another distribute. It's called like a distribute. So I'm going to go, the x times 3x is a 3x squared. X times a negative x squared is a negative x cubed. And an x times a 1 is a positive 1x. And then I'll multiply from the negative 2, and I'll go negative 2 times 3x is a negative 6x, but I want to line them up, okay? Put x's with, I like to line them up. And I'll get a negative 2 and a negative x squared is a positive 2x squared, so I'll put that right here. So I like to line them up. Keep the ones are the same together, right? And I'll get a negative 2, so I'll put the negative 2 over here. Now I've got things lined up so that when I add, just add straight down. But I will put the negative x cubed first, so it's in order, okay? Because I like to put it in what I call descending order. Biggest exponent to next to next. So plus a 5x squared minus a 5x minus 2. And that's it. Cannot add anything because they're all different, okay? Can only add things that are alike. Okay, example 4. It's going to be kind of big. We're just going to take our time and get it done. But it's going to be multiplying 9 different things. Because we're going to take the 2x times the x squared, the 2x and the 5. Then we're going to take the 5x times the x squared times the 2x times the minus 5. And we're going to take the negative 1 times the x squared times the 2x minus 5. So let's do it. So I will get a 2x to the 4th. I will get a positive 4x cubed. Multiply and get a negative 10x squared. Okay, shift colors so you can see the next multiplication. Now I'll take the 5, okay, and I'll get a 5x cubed. So I'll put that right here, positive 5x cubed. Put it right there. Put the cubes with the cubes. I'll go here. I'll go the 5x times 2x. I'll get a 10x squared. Put it here. Put the x squareds with the x squareds, right? Line them up. It just makes it easier. And then a 5x times a negative 5 is a negative 25x. Okay, now I just have to multiply the negative 1. Well, I can do that. So I'm going to go negative 1x squared. Put it with the x squareds, right? Negative 1x squareds. Line up the x squareds. I'll get a negative 2x. Put it with the 25x. So I'll line them up. And I'll get a positive 5. Okay, now everything's lined up. Just add straight down. I like to do it this way because things are all together, so it makes it really easy to add. 2x to the 4th plus a 9x cubed minus a 1x squared minus a 27x plus 5. And that's my answer. Cannot do anything else with it because it's not the same. You can't add them. I got x to the 4th, cubes, and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. Example 5. Let's go back to our reading. Okay, we are going to use the 4th row. Okay, we're going to use the 4th row. So, if I'm going to expand x plus y to the 4th, I need to use my Pascal's triangle. Now, the 4th row are these numbers. I'm going to use my 1, my 4, 6, 4, and 1, okay? And those are the coefficients. Those are the numbers from Pascal's triangle from the 4th row, okay? Now, what we're going to do is a progression. We're going to go x and y's here. But we're going to start with 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 on the x's. And on the y's we'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually pretty easy. So we'll have an x to the 4th, a y to the 0. You don't really need to put the y down. Yeah, you don't really need to put the y to the 0 down, but I do anyway just to show it, okay? We're going to go plus x to the 3rd, y to the 1. Okay, it's just a progression. Plus x to the 2nd, y to the 2nd. Plus x to the 1, y to the 3rd. Plus x to the 0 and y to the 4th. A lot faster than multiplying this out 4 times and doing a huge, ugly FOIL. And if you did do a huge, ugly FOIL, the answer would be x to the 4th plus 4x cubed y plus 6x squared y squared plus 4x y cubed plus a y to the 4th. If you were to multiply and FOIL 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 and FOIL, combine all your terms, get everything together, it would just be x to the 4th plus 4x cubed y plus 6x squared y squared plus 4xy cubed plus y to the 4th. One more time, what did I do? 4th row, because of the x to the 4th. 4th row of Pascal's triangle. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Then I let my exponents, x4, x3, x2, x1, x0, took my y's, y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, boom. There's the answer. Oh my goodness, so much better than multiplying this out, okay? Now, on the other side, we've got one that's a little bit more complicated because it's got numbers in it, okay? So let's turn the page and we'll go through it slowly. So it is cubed. So we're going to use the 3rd row of Pascal's triangle. So the 3rd row of Pascal's triangle, there it is. There's 3rd row of Pascal's triangle, which is 1, 3, 3, 1, right? So I'm going to put down my 1, 3, 3, 1, okay? Now I got to be careful because I'm going to take my 2x and my negative 3y as my terms. Are you guys done? Awesome. You want to put it on my desk then? So then I'm going to do my progression, but I'm going to do the 2x to the 3rd, negative 3y to the 0. So we're doing the same thing, except we're instead of just x, we're doing it with a 2x. And instead of just a y, we're doing it with a negative 3y. Same thing. Plus, we're going to go 2x to the 2nd power and a negative 3y to the 1. Plus, we're going to go a 2x to the 1 power and a negative 3y to the second power plus 2x to the 0 power, negative 3y to the third power. Okay, and I'll step back, okay? So I want you to see the progression. Here's Pascal's triangle. 1, 3, 3, 1. Those are the coefficients. And then I just use my 2x3, 2x2, 2x1, 2x0, negative 3y0, negative 3y1, negative 3y2, and negative 3y3. Okay, this really is faster, much faster than doing a big ugly FOIL. So we've got some things to do, but we can handle it. Okay, I'm going to have a 1 times 8x cubed, 2 cubed, 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And then I got the x cubed, okay? I got 2 cubed, which is 8. Okay? Now, we can get rid of that, right? Because that's just 1 plus 3 times a 4x squared, 4, because I got 2 squared, times my negative 3y.
Wait, how'd you get the 8?
Great. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. But I also got to cube that. Or, Becca, another way to do this on the side, 2x times 2x times 2x, right, which is 8x cubed. Do you agree with that? Yeah, I'm just simplifying it.
We forgot to do it. We just really
Right. We're just trying to simplify it, okay? Now, here, Becca, 2x times 2x is a 4x squared, right? And then I still have that. Plus 3 times 2x times, are you ready? Everybody watching? Negative 3 times negative 3 is a positive 9 y squared plus 1. You can get rid of that. Anything in 0 power is 1, so just get rid of it. And then negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 is a negative 27 y cubed. Okay? I'm not done. But this, believe it or not, is still much easier than doing it out the long way, okay? So, let's simplify a step further. 1 times 8, 8x cubed. 3 times 4 is 12 times a negative 3 is a negative 36 x squared y. Here's my 12 times negative 3 is a negative 36 x squared y. 3 times 2 is 6 times 9 is 54 plus a 54 x y squared. 1 times negative 27 is just a negative 27 y cubed. And that's as far as I can simplify it. Now, that is, if you were to take 2x plus 3y times a 2x plus a 3y times a 2x plus a 3y minus, you would get that answer. The calculator won't do it. There are some calculators that will do it, but nobody has one like that, okay? They're about $150.